Okay, so the character of Indiana Jones and the Indy franchise have an enduring worldwide popularity. Why do you think that is?
I think that's because the films themselves are such powerful entertainment. I've said in the past that I think Indiana Jones is more about movies than it is about archaeology. It's about the fun you can have at a movie. It's about the emotional exercise you can get at a movie. And though we've made 4 in the past, this one has an air of finality because it's my last Indiana Jones movie. And I wanted it to deal with the issue of age, of his advancing age, and what age has taken away from his capacity, his mental energy, his physical prowess, and put him in contest with somebody, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who is out to swindle him. And so there's that the mental wrestling going on between these 2 characters as well.
Great. Phoebe, I guess you can both speak to this, but we'll start with Phoebe. What was it like for you guys to meet each other for the first time?
It was really fun.
Yeah, we met in Jim Mangold's office towards the end of the day, and
I was quite nervous.
And I was quite thrilled that finally working with an actress that's taller than I am.
This is a big thing for him.
Yeah, it was a big thing. For me.
Actually, when I opened the door, he said, "My God, you're so tall."
Yeah.
And I think you cried, didn't you? You cried with relief.
I would have cried had I known what I was about to go through. I would have cried. But I didn't. I was thrilled because, I mean, I had seen Phoebe in Fleabag. I was aware of the range of her skill and talent, and I was thrilled that we had a story that attracted her interest, and that I would have her as the partner in this film.
And I had grown up with Harrison Ford. The movies that, Witness, The Fugitive, Blade Runner. I was walking behind that door were all of those movies when I was meeting Harrison. So it was a hugely exciting and quite intimidating moment. But like I say, the moment the door opened and I saw Harrison, he did just go, "Hey!" And from then on, I'd say we became firm friends. But I'll leave it open to Harrison to see what he says about that.
I feel so, and I hope so. Yes.
So with that, obviously you guys have great chemistry together. What was it like filming together, working on set together?
It was a barrel of fun. There's something about, there are a lot of different elements to the relationship between us, and there are moments of seriousness, but there's also moments that the audience is meant to enjoy the banter between them, the contest between them. And I think it was well written, and I was delighted by having someone as adroit as she is with comedy and the mixture of comedy and real, true emotion to navigate this story with.
Phoebe, Harrison kind of touched on this a little bit, but can you tell us a little bit about Helena and your relationship with Indiana Jones and how you guys interact in the film?
Helena is Indy's goddaughter. He last saw her when she was 12, and he was very good friends with her father, who died not long after he last saw her. And she comes catapulting back into his life at a sort of, not even a crossroads, just sort of a cul-de-sac in his life, and comes back with, she comes through the door with the joyful history of memories they had when she was young and he came to the house and visited her father. And she comes and tries to infect him with the idea of going on another adventure. But she is slightly more nefarious than she turns out, than she wants him to believe at the beginning. And she has her own agenda. And they end up going on an adventure, but not the one that she proffered to him in the beginning. She's a mercurial little rascal.
Okay, for both of you guys, what were your biggest challenges in making this film?
Would you like to start?
Well, not smiling all the time. Well, that was a note. Seriously, it was a note that Jim had to give me all the time. Just stop smiling. You're meant to be frightened. But I was like, I know, but he's wearing the hat. So that was a challenge. But also, it's a very physical experience and a very physical job. And even though it was challenging, it was such a joy to be able to, throw yourself at that and be able to keep your character intact while you're being sort of flung around a set. That was a challenge. But what's your answer to that question?
What's my answer to that question? Well, I'm surrounded by
idiots.
No, a fantastic group of actors. Mads Mikkelsen, Phoebe, all of the characters. Ethann. I mean, they're all so vivid and exciting. My greatest challenge was to keep up with them. Actually, to keep up with all of them, or try to keep up with all of them, and to maintain, the standards that they were setting.
It's amazing. I love that. Okay, so last question is for Harrison. Obviously, this is your final film as Indiana Jones. How does it feel to say goodbye to the character after more than 40 years?
Well, it's both sad and happy. I mean, I'm gratified that I had this wonderful opportunity to work with this character and these kinds of films with some regularity over the last 40 years. But I'm ready I'm ready to conclude the story of the character. I think it's appropriate that we do have a story about Indiana Jones, which confronts his age, which confronts his mental state when we first meet him, and allows us to see him just picked up and brushed off and back in action one more time. And I'm really gratified that we found, a script, a story, and then when Stephen brought Jim in, I thought that was fantastic, and I'm delighted with the film altogether. It was a great experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!